All right, I need to be really, really honest with all of you. I don't think I'm ever going to get over the mental image of putting a hamster in the equivalent of the spin wash in a safe way, mind you, in order to go ahead and get them all tidied up and clean and hopefully ready to go ahead and enjoy their squeaky cleanness with extra squeaking. Also, it's taking a long time to get over here. Come on, Marsh. I really want to take care of this little one. We probably should set Marsh to like staying in this area as one of our animal welfare analysis researchers. Also, nice! Exhibiting the fake penny pincher actually gave us quite a bit of money to work with. And the new sprung buck rider even, where we can start having a little spot where kids can actually play while they come over. This is actually kind of a nice spot just to sort of have it set to the side. I can't believe we actually have like these teeny tiny little decorations for like people to use as toys. And also I forgot about the wildlife umbrella. That's so cute. Oh, and the dandelion sign. Okay, I haven't actually been able to like dive in. Oh, I forgot we unlocked the wetland fern. Yes, please. More wonderful plants that we can absolutely go ahead and add in. Can I put the agave plant in there? No, but we can put it over here, thankfully. But I forgot we had some new plants that we could add in as decorations for our fantastic, there we go, for our fantastic ZOOseum. So welcome back everyone, where we are going to be carrying on with some of our chaotic adventures, doing our best to go ahead and make sure that, everybody can possibly, let's put one here, and then maybe we'll put a donation bin over here. That seems like a good spot. There we are, where we can possibly carry on with seeing more baby animals, because that is what we now can work with. Do we have a baby? We don't have a baby. We still don't have a baby spring neck giraffe, and I really, really, really want to see one. I'm really hoping. Doodles, are you gonna head into this little hang on. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe she's eyeing up this little barn, thinking, I could possibly sneak a baby in there. And we also have our zigzag zebras that just have not been able to go ahead and have a baby of their own either. Gosh, and now that we're getting so many of them, whoa, hang on. That's right. Okay, we have Waldo Spy, the male giraffe. We have Periscope and Oodles, two other male giraffes. Then we've got Acacia, a female giraffe. Okay, I feel like, wait a second here. Doodles and Periscope is Acacia's, like, they're their parents? Why have I not been able to catch it? Do they just spring up out of nowhere? Like, look, a long time ago, people used to have this idea. Well, I say people so broadly. There used to be a concept that had the idea of spontaneous generation of life in some cases. Oh my gosh, it's a baby giraffe! It's a baby giraffe! But there used to be this concept of spontaneous generation of life, kind of like creatures spawning in, like so. That said that like if you left meat out, then flies would spontaneously just show up by the gods around the meat. And now we know that actually the teeny tiny little eggs are what's going on, and that's where the flies were. They were just hiding in the little maggots in the meat, which is why you should not leave meat out like that unless you're gonna feed the flies, I guess. But moral of that story, Fauna's favorite. Have a member of staff be 5 different animals' favorite keeper. Who? Is it Emma? I want to figure that out because that sounds amazing. Is it Davina? We need to give them a good name. I think it might be Davina. Which means that I need to actually like dig into some of the Patreon name lists so that we can name people properly. But the whole moral of the story of saying spontaneous generation, it was a concept for some forms of life. And now we know that it was just teeny tiny little fly eggs that you couldn't see very easily with the naked eye. Oh man. But people also used to think that giraffes got their long necks by having to stretch their necks during their lifetime, so that then when they stretched their necks, their babies would inherit that stretch, which also said things like if you had somebody who like lost an arm in a fight with a very aggressive rhino, perhaps, that their children would be born missing an arm. That also is not the way that genetics works. However, the giraffes with longer necks surviving better than the giraffes with shorter necks and passing on longer neck genes, that is the natural selection. Oh no. Oh, my beloved husband isn't awake yet, so no doubt I'm able to like sneak in some extra puns. But all right, now that all of that is set to the side, I've been doing a little bit more of the finagling behind the scenes, just to kind of alter some of the area that we have for our expanding ZOOM, which also reminds me we probably have, oh wow, we have a lot of fish. We have a lot of fish to go ahead and send off into the distance after we go ahead and accept their wonderful genetic research donations and collect in those grants. I'm kind of glad that you can't earn like money from going ahead. Wow, that's a lot of money too. We might need more security guards to go ahead and start maybe patrolling around and cleaning things up, though all of these guards have negative traits that and maybe they need to find a different job that they could be happier at. All right, there we go. So, all of that to the side, we have indeed been tending to some of our ZOOM a little bit to make room for being able to have new exhibits, to make people happy, to be able to start following through on some of our own curiosity and adventures. We now have a new room for us to go ahead and put all of the statues left over from the Silver Bottom Estates. Although it's not our usual thing to focus on in a ZOOM, I can absolutely appreciate that this is the art that we have as the backdrop to the money that we're currently collecting. It helped to found the entire ZOOM. We went from shiny, sparkling statues to scooping up a lot of, the carnivore bird poop, which I can only imagine probably is not the best smell. Also, whoops, I don't want the building, I want their habitat. Can I put in another? Yes! Oh my gosh, I need to put in like more fences for our keepers, because that's gonna make life so much easier for them. And I definitely need to add more bathrooms for our guest, but we'll kind of just have to wait on that just a minute. I do have the gift giver over here, which is the really cool winter interactive item that we have now unlocked, because I like the idea that people are coming again to submit their names for the Silver Bottom Estates as heirs. I think, see, the in goes a little envelope, which they try to prove, their genetic relation to the Silver Bottoms. Out comes a cute little gift they can go ahead and grab. In fact, what does this have? Let's see. Good gift shop price, donation boost, motivated to make bigger donations. I have no idea why, but I'm really happy about that. Also, is that the line for the bathroom all the way out here? Probably not, but noted. More bathrooms will definitely be on the list. However, like I said, we want to focus on things that really make us feel interested and passionate, right? Which means I want to see another one of these beautiful, beautiful reptiles. Oh no, I didn't forget how to name them. Absolutely not. The camoodlins! That's right! I wish to go ahead and collect more camoodlins. And in order to do that, we need to avoid the forest fires that are apparently— What do you mean there's forest fires that are having issues there? Ah, and that reminds me, Giles! Giles, I do believe we shall go ahead and have you train in being able to, let's see, Giles, he's gonna come over. We're gonna make sure that he has fire resistance, because I'm hoping that by having our fantastic butler, who is absolutely immune to being lost in action, I'm hoping if we have him come over and train for putting out like forest fires, I guess, literal forest fires, then he will be the perfect companion for one of our wildlife experts to be able to pop on in. Since we do indeed have a Pilot Wings microzoology firefly biodiversity increasing awesome wildlife member of staff who we need to give a proper name to, and who I think would be fantastic for heading out into the wilderness and really making it so that we can go and save everybody, because that would be fantastic. Also, I increased everybody's pay again, and all of a sudden we started making a lot more money. That just goes to show, pay your staff well, suddenly they are happier and they work pretty hard. So we're gonna make sure everybody is thrilled with their pay. There we go. And then this is going to be none other than Cobalt Knights. See, you are the next one up on our Patreon name list. So we're gonna have you become, I think, wildlife rescue Cobalt. Can it all fit? Oh, it does! You're going to become one of our wildlife rescuers, and with your microzoology and possibly soon your macrozoology capabilities, we're also gonna have you, because you do micro, I'm gonna have you focus on terrarium restoration right now, and that actually gives you a much faster speed at just cleaning up after all of the teeny tiny little critters that we've got. And we're gonna send you out once Giles is done to the wilds to hopefully be able to go and snag even more of the fantastic wildlife that are out there. And speaking of bringing in more wildlife, I just remembered. Ooh, sorry for the litter. Produce 5 wildlife offspring from a single parent. What? We just got that achievement? Oh my word, is it this? It's another little carnivulture. No way. How many babies do you have, friend? Pet, given a pet or scritch by a wildlife expert. Your favorite expert gave you a pet. That's so cute. And I think that this female carnivulture, we're gonna name her Mama Hen, because I think that she's ended up having a whole bunch of babies. Wow. Like, that sounds like somebody who definitely needs to come on in, and we need to give Mother Hen like a little relaxing bath time, because that's a ridiculous number of offspring. Oh, good. And Giles just finished going ahead and working with his new training, learning how to put out fires. So wildlife rescuer Cobalt Knights, you are going to come and help release some fireflies so that hopefully you will both be able to go out and find us another one of the camoodlins, because I really want to do some research on them. Just because the idea of having a chameleon that just changes color based on their mood sounds adorable. And we're gonna need a wildlife expert popping into the workstation to go ahead and create for us a lovely baby hutch perk. We'll actually have a few of those made real quick because we've got multiple habitats to go ahead and fulfill. And then we want to get our museum to level 33 in order to be able to show that we can become a super sanctuary. And considering how many adorable baby animals we have, I feel like we're doing a good job. Oh my gosh, we're so full on giraffes too. Periscope, let's maybe have you go ahead. We might release Periscope out into the wild because I think that would be a happy giraffe. And then let's see, Oodles, we might keep Odd Specimen, decreases guest entertainment. We might release a couple of the males at the moment because I think that would help us since, yeah, you gain a lot more sanctuary points if the different creatures are of even healthier genetics, which technically means that we should be focusing on like releasing the really fancy ones, but we have to have a good base of healthy genetics in our ZOOM first, you see. Oh dear, now I just feel a little guilty. Oh, it's a beauty lizard! You, my friend, were not who I was expecting, but you have got the far-flung flu, so at the very least, we can go ahead and treat that beardy lizard for its woes. Our carnivulture has gone ahead and finished her treatment, so she should be feeling absolutely fantastic. Oh, also we have our little color wheel hamster, another one. This guy is brand new. We're gonna release him into the wild because our color wheel hamsters have been breeding very, very well. We have another newbie. Oh, he looks like broccoli, sort of, more like blueberry. Woo! And now we have the daisy plant unlocked from treating the beardy lizard. Well, that's fantastic. And so I think raspberry and broccoli had another baby. So I think we'll give him a little spinadoo to take care of him and maybe get more of those enlightenment points. We've got plenty of baby hutches made in the workshop now, so we can start installing those as perks to some of the other enclosures. And then we've got Grandpa the beardy lizard. We'll have to find out if that is actually, let's see. Oh, it is a female beardy lizard. Okay, so we might try to get a little more knowledge about the beardy lizards by putting them in the spinadoo wash. Jumbo Marketing is targeting us. We're gonna try to fight them off. We'll have to see how that works out. All right, but I want those colorful, wonderful chameleons. And now we're finally starting to get some wildlife rescuing teams who can work together to go out and very speedily set forth another new baby, another baby Spyglass. Oh my gosh, expert pest decreases the happiness of experts who enter the enclosure. That's hilarious. I think that when he gets older, he might be one of the ones that we potentially release into the wilds because that there's two males now. We have a light eater, natural comedian, who increases guest entertainment and like is slower to become hungry. That sounds fantastic. So I think Periscope, you're a mother hen though. You increase the health of your offspring. And then Doodles, you actually have a favorite expert boost. Oodles, I think we will release Oodles because he hasn't been having any luck with the babus. Zabora has just been kind of like, oh yay, and everybody really likes the little slides. Gosh, there's so much going down. Just trying to find the ability. Oh, but Acacia female, let's see, Periscope. Then we've got Doodles. Then we've got Waldo, also a mother hen. Our light eater. And then, yeah, we're gonna have to kind of eye up how we're gonna take care of our wonderful little giraffes. Ooh, and maybe we can work on getting some of their, like, not really related, but ancient cousins with the sauropod-like fossils soon. There are so many different directions we can take this. It's so exciting. Also, another camoodlin. This little one has a solid sense of health and unfortunately is indeed a little sickly. So let's treat you for the far-flung flu first. Try saying that 5 times fast. And then we're gonna have this adorable little hamster released into the wild. We're gonna take the beardy lizard and we're gonna add the beardy lizard into this wonderful little terrarium that we can actually rename. The spineless beard. The spineless beards, there we go. Because we've got the spineless toad and the beardy lizard in here with a baby hutch and self-cleaning spores to make sure that this is kept nice and tidy. Wow, there's a lot of like fish suddenly being born too. I don't really know what to do with myself when we're actually gaining an income and it's like doing okay. Sort of like makes you a little nervous. Like, what did I do wrong? What like, how's this all gonna start like getting really weird, blowing up in my face, like you're slightly aware of that. But now that that expedition is done, by the way, the Eaton Track. The Eaton Track. I think we'd end up with some big carnivores over there. What was it this location that we needed to tend to? Train 2 animal experts in animal analysis, and then we can go to the Meander Meadow. Here, the long grass is dotted with wildflowers and hysterical fruit. Adventurers can watch as the scenery changes on its wide variety of winding paths, each leading to a different habitat. Oh, not to mention, somehow, I totally forgot about the amazing fact that we do indeed have, and let's see, Wiki, we might send you out, that we do indeed have, do I want to make sure, maybe we'll take care, wow, we're gonna need more security guards, especially if we need to worry just a touch about like what troubles we might run into. All right, good luck, friends. We've got the garden tortoise to tend to, don't we? And then make sure that he's got enough room to roam and possibly a wonderful friend. And now our camoodlins, oh my word, holy cow, we did it. You must know never to work with children or animals, and yet you've introduced animal children into the already shambolic mix. The recklessness. We have now unlocked the viewing dome, the safari map display.
A question now from one of our listeners. This is from
It's all coming together
Calvin
so naturally.
in Rossing Hill. Why would I pay to get into the Wildlife Museum when you can see pigeons anywhere? Oh, all right. Thank you for your question. And let me ask you one in return. Do you think they have pigeons, Calvin? Do you? Really?
I wish we did.
Thanks for writing in. You needn't do it again.
Oh my gosh. The Viewing Dome Workshop Project. The Safari Map. Our wild abandon of joy. This place really is better than ever, but the far-flung isles still need our help. So far it's been everything I dreamed it would be, except no sign of the painted panda. If we can help the far-flung isles back, on its ridiculous feet, maybe I, or we, yes, all of us, will see a painted panda someday. Oh my gosh. Display 3 epic quality wildlife exhibits. Earn 750 sanctuary points from releasing animals. Improve 5 points of interest on the far-flung isle to biodiversity level 3. And get the average guest knowledge above 70. I spy, with my little eye, some Spyglass giraffes. Who probably can already start helping us out with that. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna make sure that we get a really, really happy Spyglass giraffe who is apparently not naturally inclined to be sticking around here since, you know, he's a natural pest and wants to go ahead and chase after all of our experts. We also have the daisy plant that we can go ahead and collect. We have lost a little bit of money, but we have gained... Oh dear. Apparently, like, the best disease ever, animal magnetism, where apparently we are currently coated from who knows what kind of head to toe. Wow. And we have another garden tortoise, also fun. This one wants a baby hutch. That's not really gonna go somewhere when we've got 2 males, unfortunately. Where's my employee who's currently covered in hamsters? Because I am sort of feeling a little bit ambivalent about fixing that. Nope, there it is. Okay. Okay. You lose a little bit of happiness for it. Unless you count the joy that this is absolutely bringing to us. Because look at this, friends. That's amazing! I'm gonna go hug my guinea pigs. Oh my gosh. That's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. I'm gonna go get my little guinea pig slippers even. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.